Right, so we're going to end on this. The Undertaker. Right, so this is an Undertaker video that you found so amusing that you said we have to include this on the show. And it's like
Yes.
it's like 7 years old, but damn it, we're going to watch it. So one sec. So here it is. This is the Undertaker Irish whipping himself into the barricade. What's he trying to do?
Well, I think wasn't this one? Wasn't this? I read later. Have the people seen this already?
Yeah, we've seen it. So
Okay.
for people who are audio only, this is from that Saudi Arabia show, I think. So it's Undertaker and Triple H. So it must be the Kane and Shawn Michaels one as well. There was an absolute disaster from everyone apart from Shawn, of all people, who wrestled, the least in the intervening period. And so describe for the audio listeners what we just saw there. In fact, we're going to watch it one more time.
Okay, they're outside the ring, and it looks like they're dancing around the outside. And Undertaker is attempting to give him an Irish whip into the barrier. But in reading more about this, the total story was I think Triple H was hurt, and something is wrong here. And look,
was his brain hurt? Why would he just run? He just ran before he was whipped, and then Undertaker just ran in.
Yeah, it looks like Undertaker is escorting him. They're running together, and he finally pushes him into it. So you can see what it was. The attempt was, but it didn't come off like that. But I think, can you make my screen bigger on this end?
No,
you can't.
No, it won't work.
No, of me and you.
Oh yeah, of course I can. Here we go.
Oh, there it is. So I saw that, and I laughed at it for 10 minutes, which goes to show you, even though I think Triple H was telling him, no, 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 no. But once you get started in it, it's hard to disengage yourself from the move. And it goes to show you, I don't care how long those guys together probably got 70 years in the business, 60 anyway, between the two of them. So it just goes to show you that, nobody's above a botch. So
there's a sort of follow-up story that I thought you'd like. So Gunther was on the podcast with The Undertaker. I don't know if it's still called 6 Feet Under, but I think WWE has bought the rights to it now. Anyway.
The rights to 6 Feet Under?
Yeah, The Undertaker's podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
So Gunther told this story, and he said, you can cut it out if you want. But then he says, I was in gorilla position, ready to go out, and I saw you there, The Undertaker there. And I was like, oh, this is so exciting. I think you were sat next to Bruce Pritchard or whoever. And I was really, really excited. I was talking to Ludwig, and it's like, no ways The Undertaker's going to watch and critique my match. And then he looked harder and saw that The Undertaker was asleep.
Yeah. Well, that can happen.
Have you fallen asleep in gorilla position? There's a lot of people milling around.
Well, he was probably. I'm gonna go to bat for Mark here. He's probably tired. He may have been. I don't know where this was, but he's shooting that. What wasn't he shooting that L, F, and G?
Legends, Freaks, and Giants.
Tampa or Orlando or
yeah.
Somewhere. And you can go to sleep. A lot of times I've gone to sleep just watching their show. There's nothing happening, and he could probably be sitting there. And that is a unique, actually a good thing to have. Because in the wrestling business, you need to get sleep sometimes when you can get it. So, and he's probably learned that over many, many plane trips and car trips, and because sometimes he just needs to sit down and take 10 or 15 minutes. But the Gunther was thinking he was at go position. He was up there and he should be wide awake or paying attention, and he was asleep. I don't find that unusual, but I do find it unusual that he was at the go position asleep. That's where everything is happening. So he may have just turned off all his external forces and said, I'm just going to close my eyes here and I'm going to go to sleep 10 minutes and see what that does. And Gunther he couldn't fathom that the Undertaker was up there to go position asleep, but it can happen.
Did the Undertaker ever botch anything while you were wrestling him back in the Punisher or Master of Pain days?
Say what now?
Did the Undertaker ever botch a move with you that was memorable?
Oh, yeah. He used to do, you saw him walk the ropes, right?
Yeah.
One time we're in this little, and I had promoted this show. And it was around Nashville, but we did a really good house in there. I think we had 500 people. And to have 500 people in a little, just what they call a spot show, that's pretty good. So, and Taker told me, he says, he used to get on he'd grab your arm, then he'd go to the corner and he'd step up the buckles and he would hold your arm for balance. So he would walk down the rope like a tightrope walker in the carnival or the circus. And he got up there and he was very, very good at that. And guess what happened? The rope broke.
Mm-hmm.
When he broke, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did, I busted out laughing and I was laying on the mat like this so nobody could see me. I was rolling. It's a damn wonder he didn't get hurt. You know, he's 6'9". So what he would do, he would get on that rope and he would come off. But right when he got ready to come off, pow! And he fell. Oh, then he got up. Now he's mad. He's mad because he fell. Now you don't have nobody to take it out on. So he just beat the crap out of me. And I'm still laughing. And he said, shut up. It's not funny, you little bastard. So we got through the match. And I don't know. I'm sure he remembers that because I think he's told me he was like, he's never been more embarrassed. And he got and it was, you get in some of these companies, the rings are not the best anyway. So you gotta watch the condition of the ring when you get in there. See, a lot of guys used to get in there and they'd walk all around the ring. And I used to see these guys do that. And I asked one time, I said, well, what are you looking for? They said, well, you'd be surprised. They checked the ropes. They checked the condition. What they were doing, they were checking the condition of the ring. And they was checking to see if they had any dead spots in the ring. Because these rings were like, hell, they were just put together on the spot sometimes.
Yeah, like loose boards and stuff could have been real killer.
Oh, yeah. And some board could be stiff, so you stay away from that side of the ring where the ring was stiffer, and you could feel it where it would give, and you really the ropes. It is really a miracle that somebody hasn't taken a bump out of that ring when the rope broke and broken their neck, especially with some of these rings on these independent shows. But anyway, that was my Undertaker moment, and I'm gonna get in touch with him. I'm gonna say, do you still remember that spot? So Undertaker, if you're watching this, which I doubt if you are, somebody will tell you. I want to know if you still remember that.